Hi, my name is Ava, and I present to you my quest, Water Survivors. A question to you. Raise your hand if you know how to swim. Okay, it looks like everybody in here knows how to swim. Did you know that in Indonesia, only 4 out of 10 adults know how to swim, even though we live on an island and are surrounded by water everywhere? Well, unfortunately, according to an OECD study done in 2023, most Indonesians believe you are only in danger of drowning when you live near the ocean. Sadly, this is not true, as you can drown anywhere as long as there's water. And when you don't know how to swim, shallow waters, like a subak, can be dangerous. Worldwide, 300,000 people die of drowning every year, and 5,000 of those drownings are in Indonesia. When I was looking for what to do for my quest, I stumbled upon a research document on how much at risk local children are because they don't know how to swim. Since I love swimming and spend most of my free time in the water, I wanted to do something that combines my passion for swimming and that can help the community. I swim in a local swim club and spend most of my time in the water. So after talking with my quest advisor, Ibu Angie, we came up with the idea to help local children learn to survive water. Now that I had my quest idea in mind, I needed to figure out if there was any interest in survival swim lessons. So after talking with Ibu Angie, she got me connected with Ibu Devi, the KKC instructor. For people who don't know, KKC, also known as Cool Cool Connection, is an organization at Green School that brings in local children from different schools to learn about the environment and learn English. The children don't pay to go to KKC, but they pay by bringing in plastic and recycling it at Kembali. I met with Ibu Devi, and she was very excited about my quest idea. She allowed me to present to the KKC, and as it turns out, 2/3 of the students didn't know how to swim. Thankfully, it was easy to find children interested in my project. And in the end, I got 5 responses from the form I sent out asking to join. But there was a problem. Now I know how to swim fast in different styles, but I don't know how to teach children how to swim. So I got in touch with a local organization called SwimDo. SwimDo teaches children to be able to float on their backs and teaches them to be able to move in the water. My first lesson with SwimDo was in March, when up to 20 very excited local children were waiting at the edge of the pool ready to start. SwimDo had me practice the arts of teaching children, and after 3 lessons, I was ready to teach my own class. But of course, there was another problem. The easy part was finding a pool to go to. The Kolam Renang Soka pool in Mamba was the perfect location because it has a large, shallow area for beginner swimmers, and it was 5 minutes away from Green School. But there was a pool fee, and I needed funds to pay for that pool fee. So I decided to sell baked goods at the Capstone Carnival. The selling was a great success because we were able to get enough funds to pay for all the times we needed to go to the pool. And we even had enough to buy all of my students new swim goggles to keep. And now, the moment you've been waiting for. It was time for my first class. Here are some impressions. Before teaching my first students, I was put in touch with SwimDo. Thank you, Ibu Angie. A non-profit organization giving free swim lessons to local children. I'm very thankful to SwimDo for giving me lessons during 3 of their classes. I learned how to create a program designed for progress and safety. They taught me basic teaching skills and how to take a child from not knowing how to swim to being able to swim to safety. Then it was time to meet my 5 awesome KKC students. Those girls volunteered to take my swim classes, and we worked on the basics at first, such as putting your heads underwater and floating. Then we advanced to flipping onto our backs and learning the proper swim form. They showed up, rain or sunshine, with a good attitude. They worked hard, and by the end of our lessons, they are all now able to swim to safety. Swim on their backs and stomachs. Look at that form! In the end, we were able to host 6 lessons and get all 5 of my students to float comfortably on their backs and swim to safety. What did working on this quest teach me? Well, I was very surprised that there is so much organizing before you can host your own swim lessons. I had to write an 8-page risk assessment to convince the Green School leadership team that hosting my own swim lessons to the KKC is a good idea. Who would have thought that parents would allow their children to go to a random survival swim class of a 13-year-old? Finding a date and time that worked for all the students and parents was also a challenge, as everyone's always busy. But in the end, my students were able to float and swim. There's still work left to do to make sure that parents and children are aware of the dangers of being near water. So if you would like to help, support nonprofit organizations like SwimDo and keep an eye out for people in the water, as you now know that many cannot swim. Lastly, I would like to thank Ibu Devi, Ibu Angie, Pak Benjamin, and Ibu Angie, Ibu Devi, and Pak Benjamin for helping me throughout my quest. Thank you to SwimDo and Ibu Indira for giving me lessons. Thank you to Ibu Dari for getting me connected. Thank you to Pia in 5th grade, my friend Dina, my friend Indy, my mom, my dad, my little sister, and my little brother for helping me teach my lessons and supporting me along the way. Now I would like to leave you with a quote from a 5-time gold Olympic swimmer, Nathan Adrian. Swimming is a rhythm. It's like breathing. Once you find your rhythm, everything falls into place. I hope many more children in Bali find the rhythm. Thank you for listening.